Let's put them down in the comments below. But yeah, that was awesome. Thanks, Chris. Thanks
I'm
for
gonna
bringing
shit on for my list. But that's okay.
No, you're not.
Bring it on, fellas. I'll defend myself.
Yes,
I
you
like
will.
it.
But moving on to the next topic, which is... Actually, before we start that,
Oh, what a tease.
I want to bring it to a somber note. Mr. Chester Bennington passed away at the time of us filming this yesterday from Linkin Park.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you guys, but that's a big deal for me because I've never really talked about my fandom because Linkin Park in the last couple of years have really turned poppy, and I've not really liked to listen to their stuff. But Meteora and Hybrid Theory are probably two of my favorite albums of all time, next to some Rage Against the Machine stuff. I was really into rap rock back in the day. But even this relates to video games, man. Like Meteora and Hybrid Theory is what I'd listen to when I'd play games like Jak 2, Kingdom Hearts, and like crazy PlayStation 2 games. Knights of the Old Republic, even on Xbox, I was still jamming that soundtrack. And to have him take his life like he did, I just gotta say, rest in peace, buddy. I mean, I hate that it's come to this. And I just think it's the worst way to end your life. But, man, it sucks. I don't know if you guys want to touch on it. I wanted to pay a little tribute to him before we started this because he meant a lot in my life, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I can relate, just from being involved with music in my past and knowing musicians in a way that, they're constantly on the road. They're home very rarely. And when they are, everybody just wants something, the handout. So it's really tough. It takes away some of that humanity from a musician, especially when you get to that level, when you're always got cameras in your face, always got people trying to track you down. So, but at the same time, for them, it's what they create. They have the passion for it, and it helps people. There's some people where music is how they get through their day. It's how they process through their emotions. They listen to it. I didn't really understand. Like for instance, when all these different genres that fall in under sort of heavier metal and pushing out towards things like grindcore and stuff like that I didn't really understand when it first came out, because for me, I look at music almost too technically, to be completely honest, and I didn't understand any musical value. There isn't really a whole lot. It's just that emotional sort of release and that catharsis that you can get from listening to something like that. And for a lot of people, Linkin Park was that, because their lyricism and the way they sort of delivered their songs and their message through their genre in the way that Chester and I can't even remember the guys in the
Mike Shinoda, Mr. Han, all them.
I always made fun of him for just headbanging and hitting keyboard notes in the back. I mean, everybody knows a Linkin Park song. Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. So
it's sad. Do you have anything you want to say, John?
Yeah. I mean, that was like you said, a lot of our middle school.
That was my childhood.
Middle school years. Maybe middle school for me. Maybe late.
It's 2000.
Late elementary. But I mean, it was at the time the sound was different. Rap rock was. I don't really. They are. That was kind of coming onto the scene. You had POD coming in. Linkin Park. Linkin Park kind of rose above. They had a little bit more, I guess, kind of stance in the in the alternative rock community. Meteor is still one of the best-selling alternative albums of all time. Just the sound, the technical aspects of the music for the time were just insane. I mean, sad to lose a legend. I believe that they'll probably go down as one of the best alternative rock people of all time. Just really sad to have that happen to somebody that grew up listening to. I mean, we hear about this stuff all the time. Chris Cornell recently is a big buddy of Chester. Yesterday was Chris Cornell's birthday.
And it's
Chester
unconfirmed, but it sounds like they both killed themselves the same way as well.
But we're getting. I mean, we're getting older. People that we loved in the 2000s are getting older and having problems. Mental health is not something to scoff at. And,
Nope.
try to put down, but at the same time, it's very hard for people to talk about that.
Yeah.
If you have anybody in your life that you need to talk to, and you can sit down and talk to somebody, definitely do it. It's pretty much the worst thing for other people to live through.
Yeah.
Somebody taking their life, and
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
What his family's going through.
Whoever the hackers are tweeting parts of from his wife.
Oh God, get out of here!
It's just all jacked up.
Yeah, you are scum of humanity.
But let's kind of close it down. Thank you for great music you made.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
definitely impacted my life.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Linkin Park keeps going on from this point forward. It's kind of hard to do without him because he's their main guy.
And they're getting a little older, and
yeah, they changed their sound. And like I said, it's just like those first 2 albums were they just clicked with me.
Definitely.
One of my favorite songs, fucking the Battlefield thing, is Don't Stay. It's the very first track off of Meteora, but there's just so much raw passion in that song. And don't get me wrong, I mean, we all have those moments where we just are so mad at somebody and we just want to get it out, and he just definitely conveyed that with his music. Do you guys have any top songs or songs that were your favorite from them? I mean, Hybrid Theory, I feel like, is the most popular album from them, but Meteora was such a phenomenal record, in my opinion. It just balanced everything out.
Somewhere I Belong is a really good song.
Yes, very great song.
Very, very attached to that. Breaking the Habit is another one of my favorite songs.
On Reanimation, holy
good.
hell.
I mean, even the stuff that they did with Jay-Z is top notch
God,
too.
Dude.
Love it.
It sucks. You're going to be missed, man. Yeah, and like you said, thank you so much for all the music you gave us over the years. And we just kind of wanted to set aside some time and honor you. I mean, I hate that you took your life, but you impacted ours, so I wish you could still be here to hear that. So, but to take that somber note into a positive note, we have Jon Newz. That's what this is, baby. John, what kind of topics you have for us today, buddy?
Actually, 1 second, buddy. Did you know you just brought up POD? So here's a segue. Katy Perry's first appearance that I ever saw was singing with POD.
Really?
You know that? Yeah, at the end of Goodbye for Now, that was her. That was the first time that probably a lot of us ever heard Katy Perry.
Yeah.
So.
I'll actually state this. I saw Linkin Park in 2008 at Bridgestone. It probably wasn't Bridgestone at the time. It was Gaylord Entertainment
Center.
The GEC. It was one of those. I saw them with Linkin. It was Linkin Park. Coheed and Cambria played.
Oh yeah!
Oh man, that dude's got great hair.
I love them. And then Chiodos played with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good show.
Chiodos was kind of new at the time. They're an okay band, but they opened up for them. I was pretty much there for Coheed and Linkin Park.
Oh yeah.
It's a great show.
I'm so bummed I never got to see them. I am kicking myself for never doing it.
It's a good show.
I don't have it. So. Yeah.
Well,
Jon Newz.
Yeah.
Johnny
with the Jon Newz.
Kingdom Hearts is a thing. Kingdom Hearts 3.
I love Kingdom Hearts.
Is a thing.
Oh boy. See, I missed out, man. Missed out that PlayStation.
They kind of threw a wrench into their plan when you remember a couple days earlier. They were like, Kingdom Hearts 3 and something else will come out within the next 3 years.
Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII remake. And we were like, wow, that sucks. And then they were like, oh, by the way, it's coming out next year.
Oh, baby.
Oh, man.
Oh, baby.
You thought it was then, but what is now?
Yeah.
Freaking time.
So we're excited about that.
Hell yeah, we are.
Director, Mr. Nomura, he has recently been stated with saying that he is not ruling out a Switch edition.
Yeah, I did hear that. That's interesting.
He said he wants to fulfill the promise to the Xbox One and PS4 players first.
Please.
And then he said that's something in the back of their minds.
I mean, if he pinky promised, he pinky promised.
I can see it. It's running on Unreal Engine, which is very easy to port, from what I understand. Depending on your chipset, you just have to downres it, right? Is that correct? You don't know. Yeah, I think it is.
Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon. Let us know.
Hey, where you at? No?
That's actually the biggest reason that game has been delayed is they were building their own engine, and then halfway through they had to switch over to Unreal, and it's like, what the hell, man? 15 years later, here we are. Actually, it's 13, but
Look
still.
at you, Bethesda.
Yeah, I am so excited for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Game.
Liz is playing through them all, and I'm gonna watch every single moment of it.
Well, you can watch that. And then he also said that there's a possibility for those HD versions that they made for PS4 to come to the Xbox One.
No way.
Yep.
Are you going to get that if that's the case?
I would love to. Yeah, I'd love to.
I'm about to get into it if that happens.
Recommendation, Kingdom Hearts 1 on easy, please.
Yep.
Don't hurt yourself and put it on normal.
He said this will also be a possibility after the release of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay.
Which...
That's kind of lame.
Yeah, I mean...
Because you're releasing it on the Xbox.
All you really have to do is just... I guess change it over to whatever Xbox does.
To be fair, I think
throw it on a Blu-ray.
It's the only reason it's probably coming on the Xbox One is because since the PS2, you've had 2 different console eras, so these people are probably spread out, and they might not be able to afford a PlayStation 4 and just play it exclusively. So it's fine for me, at least. I mean, I'm going to play it on the PlayStation regardless.
Just glad we're getting it.
Hell yeah, I am. About time. Toy Story looked awesome.
Moving on. There is they came out with a big list of 60 plus games you can play in 4K on your Xbox One X.
Ooh, baby.
They've recently added 2 more games to that list.
Oh, top 30 to me.
Wolfenstein 2.
Oh
yeah.
Which will look probably very awesome.
Oh god, it's
in the
4K.
Probably definitely.
In the 4K.
And Evil Within 2.
Oh baby, yeah. They had a gameplay video like 2 days ago, and I didn't even notice it. We should have reacted to it.
So if you're already scared in like 1080p, you about to get scared in 2160.
Buddy, I can't wait. Have you played the Evil Within or? Oh, the Evil Within was great.
I remember last time I quit a game because I was like scared out of my pants was like in like 2000. When did the X360 come out? 2005.
Yeah.
Fear, man.
Fear, really?
The OG Fear.
Really?
Fear was a scary game.
That terrified me. I just couldn't.
I wish they'd make those backwards compatible. I'd like to play 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Because you know who made those games? Monolith, the ones that do Shadow of War now.
Huh.
Like they've come a long way.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited for Evil Within 2. That looks great. And Wolfenstein as well. I love the New Order.
Like if Alan walked up the stairs right now, and I would like flip.
If Alan walked up here, I'm like, "What are you doing here?" And he just doesn't acknowledge us. Yeah, I'd probably be a little freaked out. What are you doing?
Alan, it's your birthday, buddy.
And he's just staring at the Dishonored poster in the corner.
This kid just like does a 360.
Oh God!
No, I'd jump out that window.
Through the green screen and the curtain.
Yep.
Oh man.
Do you like Telltale games?
I do. I think they're okay.
Yeah.
I like the Batman one.
Yeah. Well, good news. They had a little conference, small conference, We're going to show you some things at San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, fun. That's perfect for them.
Yes, it is. They said that they are releasing The Wolf Among Us 2.
Interesting. I haven't finished that one yet.
I'm
on episode 3.
That's coming out sometime soon. They did confirm that Walking Dead Season 4 will be coming out.
Oh, no way.
And it will be the final Walking Dead
praise. Yeah, they need to stop.
season.
They need to stop with those.
So they say.
And then they also announced Batman Season 2.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, that's fun.
The first one will feature the Riddler.
Oh, yeah. That's fun.
Yep.
The last one ended with a big cliffhanger, so they kind of need to do another game. That's cool. Did they? They need to come out with another Game of Thrones series because that one ended with a cliffhanger as well. Did they announce anything about that or no?
I don't think they did.
Damn.
They did say that one of the I can't remember what all they've released. I know Tales of the Borderlands will not be seeing anything else coming out. I played the first one. I thought it was kind of funny. Classic Borderlands. Comedy. Stupid stuff happening.
I heard it was well written though.
It was. I enjoy what I played of it. I think that it kind of went not so far downhill, but just kind of tanked a little bit there at the end. So they did say that they were going to cut that. Probably won't be another one that they'll make.
Okay.
There's one more, and I forget what it was, but I mean, the Game of Thrones one was fun.
Yeah, I liked it.
I enjoyed it.
Definitely felt like a Game of Thrones thing with that. People that died.
Yeah, I'm glad The Walking Dead's ending. It's a great series, but there's been 4 seasons. 4 seasons already. There was a like a mini series in between with Michonne. Then there was like a 400 days thing, which that was pretty cool. It showed different stuff happening.
I think it's time
at the same time.
There's only so much you can do.
Yeah, and Walking Dead's getting kind of close to its ending, as is Game of Thrones. Yeah. But it opens them up to, they are coming out with the Guardians of the Galaxy. They already have, but They can move into Marvel. They can move into. They've already got HBO. They could do some type of Westworld style.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Leftovers. There's tons of stuff that they can do. They just have to get the rights with it. I know they
fix their engine.
Have a Minecraft one. Not really.
I don't know about it.
Not really too interested in that. But that's. They're fun games. If you like to get achievements, they're real easy to get achievements.
1,000.
Just play through it.
Except for Wolf Among Us, you have to touch every object in that game to get 1,000. I'm like, what is this? I don't care about that.
Very cool.
That's another thing that developers have an issue with is figuring out either they hang around and make sequels and sequels. This is talking about all forms of media, games, books, film, TV. They keep going, and then either you're sick of it or it's cut short before its time.
Yep.
And you want more.
Yep.
I can think of very few shows that ended right where they were supposed to.
Yeah. Breaking Bad's like the only one.
Yeah, I mean, House was too long. Way too long. We didn't get enough of Serenity. Firefly. Sorry, Serenity was a movie. God, don't kill me.
Game of Thrones, I think, is going to nail it right on the head, though.
Think so?
They are nailing it these last 2 seasons. Where they're like, because season 5, we were like, okay, and then they're like, all right, we'll wrap it up. Let's do it.
I think it helps to have that single vision that Martin gave them because once you have the conclusion already done, you kind of
you can form around it real quick.
Where shows get in trouble is they have these story arcs that go across seasons and stuff, and they just don't know how to wrap them up.
Yep. Agreed.
Anyway,
Telltale's doing that. They're wrapping up The Walking Dead.
They are.
Gotta get what's her name? I forget her name.
Clementine.
Gotta wrap up her storyline.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to play. I'm excited. Just going into a little bit more here. The general manager of the developer BioWare, Aaron Flynn, has stepped down.
I heard about that.
Casey Hudson, the OG Mass Effect director, is coming back to take his place. He's also heading Anthem. So,
ooh, that's a good looking game.
Yeah, Anthem looks good. That was pretty much BioWare's era when he was pretty much in charge
since the start.
So it's a good step for BioWare. I think Andromeda kind of, everybody was expecting this, and I haven't finished it, but from what I understand, we got this.
No, dog.
Is it lower? Okay, well,
put it below the table.
We got below the table. So I'm guessing they're bringing.
Follow the pin. That's where it is, man.
So
unbelievable.
So Casey coming in, hopefully it'll raise it back up. But it's interesting for BioWare. We've confirmed that there's a Dragon Age in the works after Inquisition.
I think it's kind of hard to blame it all on that other guy, though, if they just had one screw up. But
yeah, it is. But I don't know if
I guess you want a refreshing change of pace.
Yeah, I don't know if it was all towards that. He kind of stepped down.
I think he wanted,
He might have gotten tired of it, but
yeah, sometimes you get burnt out, man.
Sometimes you do. Interesting little fact here.
Oh boy.
A NeoGAF thread has pretty much confirmed. Well, they haven't confirmed it, but there was a picture of all sorts of Nintendo controllers from the past systems. They had the NES, the SNES. They had an N64 and a couple other things. Everything that they've put on, I believe, the same style of artwork that they shown on the thread was what was on the top of the SNES box.
Really?
So, same artwork on top of the box. There's an N64 spot out there. Are they making a
N64 classic? I don't see why they wouldn't go down the line.
Nope.
Maybe Nintendo has switched their agenda from the e-store to just releasing these classic versions in circulation. So hit them all and then recycle it over again.
I hope not.
That would suck. Because getting that NES Classic was a pain in my ass.
But was it? If there was one that I want, it's an N64 Classic.
Really?
More than I want.
I'm all about
the
that
other ones.
SNES, man. That SNES looks great. That was what I remember the most of. Yeah. I didn't really have an N64 though.
As long as it has Wave Race on it.
Wave Race. You think they get GoldenEye on that one?
Oh yeah, they'll throw GoldenEye. They'll probably throw Smash Brothers. Maybe a little Jet Force Gemini.
Yoshi's Island. That'll be probably the most valuable package for a classic. They'll probably charge $100 for that.
It'll be interesting.
Probably be worth it.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, now we're moving into a little bit more of our entertainment.
I love entertainment.
All right. I believe at Comic-Con they announced this. They've got 2 unnamed DC EU movies that have
heard about that.
film dates. First one is going to be February the 14th, 2020. And then shortly after, I didn't write the date down, but it's June 2020, we'll have another one.
Interesting.
They haven't said anything, but most people are speculating it's probably a Wonder Woman 2 slot.
Okay.
If it's not that, movies that are pretty much in that same time frame would be The Rock in Black Adam.
Okay.
There's a Nightwing movie coming out.
Oh, that's cool.
There's Batgirl, directed by Joss Whedon.
Yes.
And Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah, you got that as well.
So,
so they're making moves.
They are. I think it's good that they're getting dates. They're like, this is firm. This is when it's coming out. But need to see.
Need to see what they are.
You see what they are.
I gotta see how Justice League is before I determine whether or not the DC Cinematic Universe is saved. Because don't get me wrong, Wonder Woman was a great movie. That's probably one of the better comic book movies I've seen in a while. But I don't think it's saved yet after those first 2.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Man of Steel.
Dug himself a hole.
I'll give you Man of Steel, even though it's kind of controversial. I think it was watchable. But Suicide Squad and Batman vs Superman, not so much. So that's just my opinion.
Batfleck, man. I still like
Batfleck.
Nah.
Nah. Just put it bluntly. Nah.
Anyway, Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Season 7 opener was last weekend.
Was it?
It was
Nobody,
fantastic.
I don't think anybody knew. No.
10.1 million people knew because they tuned in to watch it.
Oh dear.
That is their highest.
Is it 10.1? I thought it was 16.
I don't know.
I could get it wrong. It's up there. It was their highest though.
It was their highest. It beat the season 6 finale, which I believe was at 8.8 million viewers.
You wanna hear some even more startling facts I read today? 90 million people pirated it.
Wow.
Really?
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
That's like 1 out of every 4 people.
Yeah, I read it. It was pirated 90 million times. I was like, I looked at that number twice. I'm like,
oh, is that worldwide?
Yeah, worldwide.
Oh, I was like, man, just in America.
No, that's worldwide. I'm like, what?
I rescind that 1 out of every 4 people.
Can you imagine 90 million people? Holy hell, man.
Yep.
I had to look that twice, but it definitely was 90 million.
It's very interesting. I think it's only going to go up from there.
Yeah.
Likely. But very interesting.
Yeah.
Another interesting tidbit. The showrunners, Benioff and Weiss, have confirmed that what they're working on after Game of Thrones. I believe that there are going to be some Game of Thrones spin-offs, but this is going to be an original show.
I love it.
It is going to be called Confederate.
Interesting.
Did anybody heard anything about this?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So it's an alternate timeline.
Oh boy.
Leading up to what they are calling the Third American Civil War.
Wow.
So after the South succeeds from the Union, the southern parts of the United States have evolved into a slavery-based installation.
So Rome.
So slavery is not only legal, but it's a part of their everyday society.
Interesting.
The characters involved will be abolitionists, journalists, politicians, and what they're calling slave hunters.
Okay.
So it'll definitely, I feel like it's going to push the envelope a little bit.
Yeah, sounds like it. They're going to be right there.
They're going to be right there.
Right there.
I think I'm looking forward to that.
Did you say it's the third Civil War?
Yeah.
What are they saying is the second?
I don't know.
Oh.
There had to be multiple ones.
Alternate timeline.
So the North decided to try.
I don't know. We'll see when it comes out. I feel like it could be a major hit with everything that's going on with race in the country now. Or it could be a major
They're gonna have to be
flop because of the racial tensions going on. It's a
Anybody signed to that yet, or no?
I don't know. I don't know.
They're probably trying to finish this series and then do the minis. Yep. No, that sounds exciting though. I think I'm fine. I love them. They do a great job with Game of Thrones.
They do. I don't know. I don't know how I feel.
I'm glad that they're working together again.
Oh, I mean, that's enough to watch the pilot.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah. It sounds super interesting.
Yeah.
I'll be all for it. Is that all you have?
That's all I got.
Is that the Jon Newz for the week?
That's all I got.
I liked it. Some good topics. Good topic. Well, it seems like a good time to wrap this whole thing up. I'll do my whole spiel, and then we'll get on out of here. If you did not know, the Game Misconduct podcast is downloadable on all major podcasting websites with the exception of Spotify. It is also released in video form over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Game Misconduct. Parts 1 through 3, Monday through Wednesday, and the full video podcast on Thursday. We also stream it every Friday. Come check it out, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Actually, 7 p.m. Central. Sorry, not right about my time. So 7 p.m. Central to about 9:30. We do a pre-show, and then we actually do it live. The whole podcast. You can watch it a week early. It's super awesome. Tell all your friends. But yeah, come on over, youtube.com/Game Misconduct. We also have a mean social media game, which is run by none other than Johnny Pickles himself. What is our Twitter account, sir?
It is at Gamer Misconduct.
And what is your Twitter account, sir?
At Johnny Pickles 89.
Ooh, and you know what, Chris? I'm putting yours down below you right now. What is your Twitter account?
Just read it, man.
Yeah, just read it. You don't even know. I'm going to think a different one later.
Well, it's just
it's kind of hard to say.
It's mismatch.
Okay. And mine is at Tony Krause. No, it's below me as well. But yeah, this pretty much wraps up this week's podcast. Do you guys have anything else you want to add? Chris, I'm happy that you were here, buddy. Thanks for joining
man.
us.
It's good to be here.
Get you back soon after your training's up here in the next 2 months. We'll get Chris back with a vengeance. Destiny 2 will be out that point.
Yeah.
And we'll stream that shit.
Yeah, we'll be rolling it.
We will be rolling Limp Bizkit style.
Rolling.
Speaking of rap rock. But yeah, this has been the Game Misconduct Podcast, episode number 41. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.